Hello. Hi, darling. How are you? Great to see you. Great for you too, Jen. Is there anything you'd like to talk about? I'm still struggling to bring video onto my live stream. Oh, I'm great. We got no numbers on the lottery tonight. There's nothing like what's happening here in Britain happening in Sweden, is there? I always assume that the Swedes are kind of cool and chill. Ah, okay. I'll be working on this stream for most of the night to see if we can actually get it to work properly so we can actually start educating people. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. Oh God, I love this seat so much. It's brilliant for my back. Oh, I'll show you one of the best Christmas presents I ever got. Hang on, I'll just move the camera. Oh, damn, I forgot how much this t-shirt strobes everything. It's a Kiss t-shirt my sister gave me for Christmas a couple of years ago. I've saw a couple of people wearing it in some of the streams I've noticed from London, which is weird. So immigrant critical protesters. I would say sus, but a lot of people do have legitimate concerns. I get that. Oh yeah, I agree with that. It's shielding racists as well, which it shouldn't be. That's what the police are meant to sort out, so. Oh, just to talk to people. Give people a nice, cool, chill place where they can talk until I actually get it up and running properly. How am I actually looking? Might need to turn that light down on my camera a bit. That's a bit better. Ah. Thank you. Am I sounding good? Oh, I don't know if you know. I've got my degree now, by the way, sweetie. I finished it off on Open University. Fantastic. Just curious, do I sound like I'm Scottish? I'm assuming I do, but obviously that's for other people to determine. That's great. I'm loving this lovely microphone. It's doing well. Do you actually sound Scottish? Ah, cool. A good few people over the course of my life said I actually sound more English than Scottish, and that made me so bloody angry. Ah, Viking Gale, my darling, hello, welcome in. Great to see you. Oh, did you get the alert that I went live? Hi, darling. Welcome in. suits you, you are more than welcome to join us. Thank you so much. I'm just wondering where I would set up this keyboard. Oh, hang on. I can actually give you the measurements because I was sitting on this before. Right, 1 foot. 1 foot. 2 foot. The keyboard itself is 2.5 feet long, essentially. I should be able to pick up playing it again. I did do piano when I was in secondary school. Oh no, it's an actual keyboard. I'm better at the drums, but I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to get myself my old drum kit back into this flat of mine. I think a keyboard would be a damn sight easier to get in than an entire drum kit that I had. Especially the session one I had. God, I miss playing the drums so much. But I can still do lots of cool songs on the piano, as long as no one gets bored of Chopin. And lots of new romantic, actually. Fantastic. My Discord's Num2Women. You can go into the general chat and post links to them if you want, Vitingale. Oh no, it's not weighted keys. It's lightweight one, yeah. 2.5 feet wide. Oh Christ. It's a Panasonic. She bought it for my niece about, what age is 24 now? She bought it for my niece about 14 years ago, when she was 10, and she learned it until she was 13, so she managed to use a good bell on it, so... 1, 2, 4 octaves and all the minors. It's quite sweet sounding, and plus it got loaded with a lot of classical and easy listening stuff like a teenager could basically learn. Well, I used to do two-handed anyway. I was fairly decent, apparently, according to my music teacher. The only reason I had to give it up is because my fingers kept on freezing up when I was playing it. Really upset me. I liked playing the piano. I actually learned on a full piano, like a proper piano and everything. I know where that piano ended up. My hometown of Perth, our MP, Pete Wisher, ended up with that piano. He went and picked it up and gave 100 quid to the school for it. Oh, thanks, Noor Riot. Yes, they are. Whenever I'm feeling particularly angry or depressed or just want to listen to some tunes. Yeah. Oh. For my second year end of year exam, I had to create something using 2 different pieces from a selection of like 40 different actual full pieces. So I went with, Christ, I can't remember. Damn, I should remember what that. I can't remember what I played. I think I picked Billy Joel and Beethoven or something, and I created. I changed over a couple of the chords and made it a little bit more lighter than dramatic. So I linked into what I liked about Billy Joel than Beethoven. I did get it recorded. I wonder if that got kept. Oh dear God. If it is, it's over 30 years old. That's frightening. Oh, give your kitties a scritch from me. Oh dear God. I've got my Stream Manager open on my phone. I'll take off. Is that a bit better? Is that other source being closed down now? Ah, interesting. Huh. Okay, let's see. Audio input. Some properties. Oh. I keep on forgetting to do that. My ring light's got audio capture as well. Am I not doubling anymore? Ah! Is that better? Ah! Are you okay dealing with it? If it gets too distracting, I can see if I can figure this out. Let's see the mixer. There we go. Is that better? There. There we go. Oh. Oh. Am I good maybe because you lost the connection? It's better now. Fingers crossed. I hope. Still getting used to trying to do this. Seriously, I don't know how I managed to stream that Germany-Scotland game at the start of the Euros earlier on, a couple of months ago. Oh god, that game. Am I sounding better? Oh, fuck. Crying out loud. Ah. Huh. Woo-hoo! Oh, crud. Yay! Ha! Fantastic. So happy. That's great. That's round my eyes. Put that down a bit. Yay! Woohoo! Yes, fantastic. That's great. Oh, Nightingale, have you been seeing what's happening over here in Old Blighty? Obviously nothing happening up here in Scotland. They know better than to try any sort of nonsense up here. Or to scalp them. Good to see a lot of people actually out and corralling them or just saying things that I don't want to get shut down for, so. Correct, yes, there were a few, but a lot of them are happening outside of London. Southampton, Northampton, Sheffield, in Yorkshire, a few in Bristol. Sheffield was a good one today. There was a couple of Cormads who are in Kev's chat who are actually out in Sheffield protesting these absolute stains of humanity, and they all got corralled, they all got arrested because they were starting to kick off. Oh no, there was a lot of these far-right fascist puppets essentially trying to downburn the hotels where the undocumented migrants were getting, like, basically living in, kicking off, trying to burn down and looting lots of different shops, oddly enough, by people who were, the owners who were black and Asian, and things like that, and basically causing a ruckus. Most of the violence was done over the weekend, but they all said that they were going to come back today and put things right and got all the people, all the illegal migrants kicked out and all that sort of bollocks. There was a couple of instances where the police were just standing there and these people were actually trying to burn down places, trying to loot them, and because they were corralling or trying to corral other parts of the mob who were trying to do this stuff. Other ones who were coming from around the other side of these buildings were basically chucking in, setting things on fire, chucking in burning stuff and trying to burn down the place. Oh yeah, it sucks. Yeah, completely xenophobic, utterly racist, and basically goose-stepping all over the place. Yeah, they are kind of prevalent. Oh, what do you think of your possible new VP, Tim Walz, Fighting Gael? Been doing a lot of research into him over the past couple of days now. Damn it. Pro-Israel, not good, don't like it whatsoever. Oh God, no, yeah, yours are worse, but ours are worse in certain cases. Thankfully, a lot of them haven't actually started being as bad as they have in the past, because it's all getting highlighted and stuff. There's lots of journalists and other people, and because of the brilliant smartphone, lots of this stuff is getting recorded, which is good. So if there's any malfeasance on the police's behalf, it's all getting recorded. Obviously, it can't record all of it. Oh God, no, it wouldn't have been Newsom. His approval ratings went down, I believe, and George Shapiro's got too many skeletons in his closet, apparently, which is another good thing. Yeah, correct. Neuro Riot. Praise be the smartphone. Obviously, there's been amateur photojournalists out in the streets as well, and they've been recording it all, actually recording quite a lot of good stuff, and just posting it straight onto the web, onto TikTok, onto Facebook. A bit of it probably on a Jitter. And lots of it is going on to Threads and Blue Sky now, so we're seeing lots of stuff happening, seeing all these absolute Egypts. A few of them have already been arrested, and they went through the court. They've been in court. They haven't been sentenced yet. I think the sentencing for a few of them is going to be either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So I will keep people apprised of that. Plus, I'm doing a lot of research into the possible new leader of the Tory party. Robert Jenrick's already spoken up, dear God. Cleverly hasn't yet. And, damn, I forget who's the candidates. Give me a second. Got Robert Jenrick, Tory leadership candidates. Right, give me a minute. This is from the Guardian. Jenrick, Cleverly, Cami Badenoch, Priti Patel. Tom Tugendhat. Oh Christ, Mel Stride, I forgot about you. James Cleverly, Kemi Badenoch, dear God, I hope it's not her. Robert Jenrick and Priti Patel. I don't want any of these sods. I really don't. They're all fucking ghouls. Alright, I'll read this out. Wolves is like a better alternative than many other potential picks, but when all potential picks are, well, not that good, it's not a glowing success or the saviour of the present New UK, nor in Gaza. Correct? Correct, my darling? On our general election, the Labour Party won. They got 412 MPs elected, which is 63% of the MPs, but it was only 34% of the actual vote of the people who voted in the general election on, surprise, the 4th of July, which I thought was bloody hilarious. So they're now in charge. So Keir Starmer's now the Prime Minister, and Rachel Reeves, who I detest with every fibre of my being, is now the Chancellor. We've got Liz Kendall as the Secretary for Working Pensions, which is essentially our social security. We've got, oh, dear God, Wes Streeting is the head of the NHS. I've forgotten who else. Yvette Cooper's the Home Secretary. Christ, I've forgotten who's foreign. The Chief Secretary to the Treasury is a Scottish man called Pat McFadden, and he's a traitor to my homeland, so he can fuck off and stay down in England for all I care. Oh. Is the Gay Straight Alliance quite decent then? Yes, darling. Correct. Right. Here we go. This is from The Guardian. Tom Tugendhat, a Tory centrist. Tugendhat was made security minister in Sunak's government after a strong run for his party leadership contest in the summer of 22. His pitch was then that he was untainted by the Johnson government's chaotic administration. You're still in the government, you fuckwit. A former reserve officer who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, Tugendhat became an MP in 2015 and built up a profile on foreign policy issues. He was the chair of the Foreign Affairs Select Committee. Basically, he was the oversight for what the government did in foreign relations, things like that. So, that's your State Department fighting Gil, by the way. He was the chair of the Foreign Select Committee between 2017 and 2022 and has been notably hawkish on China. You've all been since Blair. Well, you've probably all been like that for, well, since her. When launching his leadership pitch, Tugendhat suggested he was open to pulling the UK out of the European Convention on Human Rights. So he is a scumbag, which was dismissed as an attempt for a pitch to the right-wing nutters that are now in this country, or have been in this country, but he voted to remain in 2016. They're giving odds. Ladbrokes 5-1 and William Tell 4-1. Huh? Decent, I guess? Huh? Oh, Christ. Mel Stride. A staunch Sunak loyalist. Oh, Christ's sake. Stride's frequent media appearances, he was the scapegoat that was seen most often, made him the face of the Tory campaign in the run-up to this election disaster. My God. Gary never pulled their punches. By the end of it, he was warning that Labour was on track for a huge victory. Well said, you are correct. And on election night, he clung on to his central Devon seat by just 61 votes. Is that your majority? Oh God, I fucking love it. Now running for the Tory leadership, Stride has put unity at the centre of his pitch. Good luck. And pointed to his experience in roles that involved bringing people together. Oh, Christy was the chair of the Treasury Select Committee. Yeah, I know you were the chief whip. He first became MP in 2010. Oh, and he's another Remainer. Odds again, Ladbrokes 28-1. And William Hill 20-1. So that's kind of shit for him. I hope so. Yeah. Oh, me too, Nightingale. Oh, I think it might be more than 5 million, Nightingale. Then they just basically destroy Corey. I'm going to miss her. I quite liked her. I hope she runs again. She was fairly alright for an American politician. Oh dear God, here we go. James Cleverly. First candidate to announce. Cleverly has pointed to his extensive experience as a senior minister. He has served as Home Secretary and Foreign Secretary, two out of the 5 great offices. Dear God. And soon I can trust his government. I wouldn't advertise that personally, but... he was Education Secretary under Bojo, and he first became an MP in mostly from 2015. Under successive Prime Ministers, Cleverly was often trusted with taking the government's messages to the airwaves. He usually got put on Laura Kuenssberg on Sundays. He is pitching himself as a centrist with broad appeal. For a Tory, that's saying a lot. Though he has taken a swipe at the right of his party by warning against sacrificing pragmatic government and the national interest on the altar of ideological purity. Oh, he's a Brexiteer. Ladbrokes 6-1. Bloody hell, William Hill's got him odds on. 92. Okay. Oh, Christ, Kelly Badenoch. Christ, I hope she doesn't fucking win. Bash it up and put it into their food. That's what I had to do with my cat when I lived in Clydebank. She needed it for a urinary tract infection. She actually got it after we got her dealt with. Okay, here we go. Badenoch's well-established campaign operation and popularity with grassroots members have made her the favourite in this contest. Oh, Christ, fucking end me. This is her second attempt at the leadership. She came fourth in the race to try and take over after Bojo. You should take the message, Mrs. Actually. In government, where she served as Business Secretary and Minister for Women and Equalities, dear God. Yeah, you didn't really stand up for what most British women actually stood for, you bloody witch. She has made a name for herself on gender and culture war issues, which means she's a fucking transphobe. including by calling for a change to the Equalities Act. Oh, so that sex is defined only as someone's biological sex. She has also become known for her combative style, to put it mildly. Launching her campaign on Sunday night, Badenoch argued that calls for party unity were not enough, and that the Conservatives' incoherent set of policies were to blame for their defeat. Not your absolute ruination that you wrought against this country, the lot of yous. She pledged to rebuild the party by 2030 and respond to Reform UK's threat from the right. Oh, she's a Brexiteer and she was first elected in 2017. Oh, what the absolute fuck. Ladbrokes and William Hill have got our odds on. 7-4 and 15-8. William Hill, what drugs are you on? Christ. Oh, Christ, here we go. Jenrick. Oh, Robert Jenrick. Oh, Christ, I can't fucking say this. Once billed as a run-of-the-mill centrist Conservative MPs. So much so that he was nicknamed Robert Generic. Oh, well done, Guardian, that's amazing. He has transformed into the darling of the Tory right, supplanting Cruella, which is good. She's probably end up joining bloody Reform and Manfrog, and mopping up many of her former supporters. Dear God, save me. That transformation is especially remarkable given Jenrick was said to have been installed by Sunak as a minister in the Home Office to keep an eye on her. Oh, Christ, he's done a stellar job, didn't he? He soon gave up this unofficial role and began deploying increasingly hardline rhetoric. Yes, we know, he kept on fucking saying shit. As immigration minister until he quit last December, calling on Sunak to take a tougher line. Yes. Jenrick is now expected to put immigration at the heart of his campaign. Christ, he was a Remainer. Ladbrokes 5-2 and William Hill 11-4. Why are they giving these bastards odds on? Yeah. I put Sabika, she was called Sabbath after Black Sabbath because she was a pure black cat and she was absolutely gorgeous. I loved her. She was fine with me mashing it up and putting it in her food. Plus she was only on it for about 3 weeks. Oh Christ, Pretty Patel, who has been fired by 3 successive Prime Ministers, no less. That's a neat trick. Arguably the most right-wing candidate in the race, and that's saying a lot. Patel has vowed to give grassroots members a greater say. They already have that. Part of her pitch is that she has served in government under 3 Prime Ministers and been fired by all 3. Well done. First elected as an MP in 2010, Patel was International Development under the Maybot, Home Secretary under Johnson. He fired her. She was sacked by the Maybot over an unauthorised meeting with Israeli ministers while on a holiday to the country. She weathered bullying accusations which were true because the staff that was working under her have now quit and said so. When a cabinet office inquiry found she had unintentionally breached the ministerial code, nothing unintentional about it, towards our civil servants, basically the people who actually do all the hard work in the cabinet, and quit when Johnson left Downing Street. As Home Secretary, Patel launched a points-based immigration system. Yeah, we all know that. Signed the agreement with Rwanda. Look how well that turned out. And agreed returns deal with Albania and Serbia. She was a Brexiteer and a prominent figure in Vote Leave. Both Ladbrokes and William Hill have her at 8-1. Oh, Christ's sake. None of yous, all just fuck off. Ugh. Yeah. They might be individualistic at times, but you can actually get one up on cats. I must say, nothing against dogs. I'm more a dog person than a cat person. I love all animals and I love pets. They're amazing. Dogs are easier to deal with. Or are they rescues? Ooh. Oh, nice one. If you two lovely people would like to know how this Tory leadership campaign carries on, we won't actually find out who's going to be the official leader of the opposition until the 2nd of November, so this is going to take fucking ever. Oh. Be right back. That's better. Ah, much better. There we go. There we go. That's better. Wow, 53 minutes. I'm doing well tonight. Cool. Oh. Oh. That must have looked funny. How's everything else been going on in your immediate life, Neuro Riot? No need to doctor yourself or anything. Oh. How old are they? Yeah, that's all it usually takes, isn't it? Ah. So we're just past kittenhood, essentially. Oh, what's their colourings? Oh. Still kind of young. Oi. You're just as well as saying around 3 then. Or you can say 2.5. Oh no, it would be 3. Just say around about 3. Oh no. Oh Christ, this is going to be fucking impossible. Oh, no it's not. Huh. So slightly more than 2.5 then. Are they both indoors? Or do you let them out? Oh, cool. Well, that's good. We did have a cat here when we first moved in. Fairly decent sized flat, I guess. Apart from the mould, it's quite a decent wee place that we've got here. There we go, that's better. Ah, fantastic. Oh. Oh no, it's the hallway over here in the UK. I assume it's the hallway over there, Nightingale? I would assume. Or maybe corridor? It's the hallway over here anyway. Know that I have a hallway. I would want to say monkey see, monkey do, but not necessarily. Mind you, I would say monkey see, monkey do with these fascist bellends recently, but that's just my take. Quite possibly. If they're around each other all the time, they will start mirroring each other in either a lot of ways or some ways. Oh no, they need their own space. You can always see them laying out their territory first before they approach other beings or cats, as they see them, or other entities within their space, essentially. Personally, I'd love to read what goes on in a cat's mind. Not entirely sure I'd be able to understand half of it, but I always thought that'd be quite fun. Especially my first cat, we actually got her when she was a kitten. So she only knew me and my partner at the time. Kind of skittish to begin with, but then when she got to know both of us, she was really quite cool. Still a bit flighty, obviously. I loved her, she was quite cool. There we go. Damn it, Nightingale, I keep on forgetting. Whereabouts in the great US of A are you again? Whoa. Northwest. Cool. Most cats are. Oh no, you don't need to dox yourself, Nightingale, honestly. Whenever I've been in your streams, I look out your window and it always looks so calm and peaceful. It looks beautiful where you are. I don't know why my mum done this to herself. She found out what food her little kitty Kira hated the most, and all the places that she kept on scratching on my mum's sofas and on her entertainment unit where her TV and other entertainment things are. She took that food and she rubbed it all over them. Well, on the sides of the couch, not where we sit and stuff, but on the sides and the back of the couch, so Kira wouldn't go near them, and it worked. She just kept on doing that for like 2 or 3 weeks, I believe, and she never went near it again. Not advocating for any of you to do that, of course. The thing that Kira didn't like, oddly enough, was actually pork and bacon based foods. She was more like seafood and chicken sort of cat food and stuff. So Mum just cooked some bacon for her and my stepdad, and they had, well, my stepdad had a full breakfast. And Mum took one slice of the bacon and she smeared it all over those places, and she never went near it again. I feel that is a waste of bacon. But what she done, she gave it to the family next door. They've got a wee Jack Russell, so they gave it to Bernie, the wee Jack Russell, who's a delightful wee dog. I love Bernie, he's so funny. So she gave it to him after she'd done all that around the bottom of our telly and on the sides of our sofas. It's quite funny. Didn't he worry to do that with either of my cats? It's quite good. Oh. Is that like an animal behaviourist, telly type of person, Neural Riot? Neural Riot, are you in a place that gets hammered during the winter? I've got a couple of tips if you need them when that sort of nonsense starts happening. Hopefully it won't happen here as much. I think we're getting more rain than snow now. I can't be doing with that sort of nonsense. Snow and ice just scare the living hell out of me. also a good thing if your kitties don't go out into that sort of nonsense later on in the year. So if you need any tips on how to deal with that, if you need to get out and about. Oh, what's this absolute nonsense I'm hearing about mask mandates fighting Gail? Actually stopping them, which is stupid. Oh, is he a cat whisperer? Cat toys in a guitar case. Oh, that's mad. But, yeah. Some guitar cases you'd get. My God, quite a lot. Wow. Oh, right. Cool. We're lucky. We've just had a vet open down the road from us, so it's... What's that? It'd be like a 15-minute walk for me. Or like a... Christ, 6 or 7 walk for Super Hubby. Do you see what that is? That's a fingerprint. Or that's a fingerprint. It is very difficult to take a print of the face. You can identify people with this. So all this nonsense about can't identify people is stupid. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Well, it would be a bit of a disruption for them, and any tips you can get from a pet type person is always good. Catify their space. That's a great adjective. That's lovely. Well, yeah. Yeah. And Nassau County's north of the city. Give me a minute. It's a good few miles, so I would think at least 100. How far away is Nassau County from New York City?
The drive from New York to Nassau County is 34.7 miles.
Oh, it's 35 miles away. Hang on. I thought it was north. Oh, it's on Long Island. I thought it was to the north of the city. It's on Long Island, so it's out into the east. That's a bit close. It takes an hour to go 35 miles? That's a bit mad. Didn't know the traffic was that bad in New York. Yeah, southeast corner. An hour to go 35 miles just seemed wild to me. If you were to drive from where I live just now here in Glasgow up to where I grew up in Perth, it would only take about 50 minutes if the roads were relatively clear, and that's 63 miles, so nearly double it. That's a bit mad. Oh, right. Oh, that's not too bad then. Oh, so you may actually get weather quite like ours now. Seriously, I really can't be doing with that nonsense. I'm clumsy enough as it is. Then putting snow and ice into the mix? No, sod off. Not dealing with it. I'll only go out in that nonsense if I desperately need to, like GP appointment. Don't need to worry about going out for my eye test now. Just got them done a week ago. 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago now. Oh! What are they? Actual glasses. Lovely, nice black frames. Very comfortable. Quite like them. First time ever. Never had them before. Prescription sunglasses. Aren't they gorgeous? I don't think you can tell properly. They're purple frames and a deep violet tint on the actual lenses. God, I love these so much. 45 years old, been needing to wear glasses for the last 34 years. This is the first pair of prescription sunglasses I've ever had. I got so many compliments on them. I love them so much. Oh, love them. Love them. Got the actual glasses for free through the NHS. And these beauties cost me £75. Which is really good for how gorgeous they are. Oh, thanks, Mary. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, so you're in that nice sweet spot down there. Ooh. Yeah, you get really nice weather there. Oh no, I need my glasses. At least I'm not as bad as my man. His eyesight is atrocious, like his dad's. His younger brother is the same age as me. Thank God he reached out, so I've got a connection to the family to see how they're all doing and stuff at least. He's not as bad as Super Hubby is, but he still needs to wear glasses, so going on a scale, there's Super Hubby Dad, who is basically needing to wear his glasses all the time, then Super Hubby, then my brother-in-law, then my younger sister, then my middle sister, then myself, and my mum. She's just slightly more than me. Oh, and my stepdad, the same as my father-in-law. Wow, a lot of them are in Malmo. Ooh. How are they fitting in? I'm glad they've managed to get out. Oh, no, I've had to wear glasses since I was 11 years old. Apparently we've all taken after our granddad, our mum's dad, but he refused to wear his glasses because he didn't want to look like a nerd or a dweeb, but because he was born in the 20s, well, before the 20s actually, he says, I don't want to look like a pansy. Which is stupid. Wow. Nightingale, my darling, if you can. I know how mad it is over there. I'm glad I only had to pay £75 for those prescription sunglasses, but I'm lucky. Ooh! Oh! What's Palestinian food like? Feel free to post a recipe on either Kev or Helena's Discord or my own if you want. I'm always up for trying new recipes. Oh, nice one. I agree. I like that. Because a lot of people here in Glasgow have got a lot of other things to deal with, but when we've got a chance, a lot of us congregate in George Square in Glasgow. I just wear a kind of keffiyeh. It's more like a wrap, like a big scarf, really, not a proper keffiyeh. And we go down and just stand there in solidarity just outside the council chambers in Glasgow. We usually get a couple of idiots saying, fuck off, stop supporting terrorists, kind of chuds. And we just go like, yeah, tell them to piss off. Because it's such a divisive issue, we've asked the council to actually flag the flag, but because reasons, they can't. Good to say that they've got the progress flag though. lovely purple frames. I don't know why I done this to myself. I really don't. But on my wish list for the optician that I go to here in Glasgow, I put on a pair that were £120 for the frame, and to get the same shades, the same tinted lenses in them for myself. Like the 120 for the frame plus that would take it up to 240, unfortunately. So, yeah, couldn't afford that. I was willing to go up to like 100, maybe 120 for the two pairs because of they've got around your offer, buy one get second half price. But because I get a voucher, which was £82.50, I got my actual glasses for free. Plus I paid the £75 for the shades, which is cool. I like that very much. Oh yeah, I completely understand that. It's very... Ooh. Oh. If you're needing any tips on how to look after yourself, feel free to reach out, okay? There's still research going into long COVID. I would literally say don't hold your breath because Christ knows. But there is research happening in a good few countries now. Most of the Western nations, I think there's only about 20 happening in the States. For a country that size, Christ knows how many people are suffering from long COVID in the States. But I know most European countries are actually doing proper research into long COVID, which is a good thing, and trying to help people out, especially already immunocompromised people like ourselves. Luckily, I didn't suffer the two times that I had it. I was actually asymptomatic, so I was essentially a spreader and didn't actually realise it. Really don't feel good about that happening. But I'm good. So I'm quite lucky. And plus they don't know how it could interact with me. I still get the vaccines, I still get the boosters. They're thinking I might actually get a booster round about Christmas, maybe the New Year. But my GP is going to let me know about that. Plus I'll be getting my flu vaccine between October and December anyway, which will be good. Yeah, the first time that I heard about what was happening in your country scared the living crap out of me. That just frightened. What? No, Sweden, what the hell? Why are you doing that? Just wrong. Yeah. Yet the circulation rate is... They're not posting the proper numbers into the actual media, anywhere online, anywhere into broadcast or into print media or anything. But luckily, I still got my GP and my professor from university, and he's keeping me apprised. Plus, because I still have access to some of the papers that I worked on when I was at uni, because they're still doing those studies, I can get in and check it that way. Naughty professor. Doing that for me, but I'm glad he does it. If you need to know anything, I can actually get access to other ones in Europe. Nightingale, because of how your system is being structured, we still give you lots of our information about how it's getting spread and what kind of people are getting infected and how it's infecting people. they're being a little bit lax about how the transmission is happening in the States, because they need to get all of the states to actually give the federal government information, and as you can expect, some of the states are not complying for some reason. Who'd have thunk it? Ooh. If I find out what your prescription is, I might want to nick them. Oh. Oh, darling. There's some denialism over here as well, Vangel. Not as prevalent, but it does pop up every now and again. Oh, sweetie. Oh. I'm here. Honestly, feel free to reach out to me anytime you want, okay? I'm assuming you're on a good few, I'll just say pills, but it can be whatever type of medicine you're taking. I'll say pills, it's easier. Oh, you're welcome, honestly. My research was actually into other ones, like Ebola, Zika, ones like that, TB. Well, not exactly a virus, but that's the side that I went into. But obviously I've got crossover. I know how a good portion of that actually works. Oh, fuck. Oh, darling. I don't know what to say. Have you got good doctors? You can blame that fucking stupid arse cabinet led by Bojo for that one. Plus the previous Tory governments, especially Cameron and Gideon. I am never going to call that bastard George. His proper name on his birth certificate is Gideon. And he's a posh fucking dickhead. And it stuck there. Christ's sake. I'm glad they actually sharpened up a bit. Still, it was a shit show. 280. Give me a minute. I'm sure it's just under 300,000 that's died from COVID over here. Wrong one. Ah, 232,112 cases as of a month ago, 24,910,387 deaths, 232,112 recovered, 22,954,691 as of a month and a half ago, so the start of July. We won't get August's data until the first week of September. So we're basically playing catch up. Didn't actually realise it was just under 25 million people who'd actually been infected. Should have been on top of that figure actually. I was more worried about the trending. Hello, Holloway. No. No, this is a chill stream. Is it? Do you? Huh. I am watching my own stream. I've only just started streaming. I've only been doing this for about 2 months now. I'm still trying to learn how to do this. Okay. Right, there we go. Sorry about that. You two lovely comrades okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah, head over to my... Hello, Kaiser? Welcome in. I think I've actually got that camera set up a bit weird. There we go. Somewhere. There we go. Fantastic. That's a bit better. Sugon? Christ's sake. Oh, Ollie. Oh, that's sweet. Nice one. Yeah, please. If you can spare the time, Nightingale, I would love that. Oh, Christ, how the hell do I do this? Invite. Oh, fuck. I'll get it there. That's all. Oh. Ah, damn it. Oh. Okay, didn't recognize it. Weird. Slash. Oh, damn it. Slash. Mod. Forgot that. That has to be a capital. Moron. Ah, there we go. I wasn't spelling your name. Your name correctly. Oh, no, I was going to make both of yous. Are you okay for that? Don't worry if you can't turn up all the time, Nightingale. That's what at okay, can be. Oh, not two ends. Ha! There we go. Hello! Yay, my first two mods. Fantastic. Be warned though, the minute I actually managed to nab her, I'll be trying to steal Wayward away from Kev. I know she's probably just as busy as both of you are. Thank you, by the way, for taking up this. Very kind of you. Right, she said I can, as long as I keep it to a few, and as long as it's no one that actually knows my sister's been diagnosed with breast cancer about a month and a half ago now. She just started her chemo on Monday. They've unfortunately only given her a year. They're trying to extend her life as much as possible, so they went for a truly brutal regimen of chemo, but because it didn't get picked up as quick, Surgery's not an option anymore. It's already metastasized. It's already in her bones. It's actually went for her spine and both her hips. She's already had one hip replacement, and they're looking to do another hip replacement before the end of September, really. So in the next sort of month and a half, she'll be having the other hip replaced. It looks like it's spread rather quickly because of the type of tumours they are. She's 18 months younger than me. I always assumed because of my health condition and the fact that my own body's basically attacking itself, I'd be the first one to go. Oh, she does. Don't you worry about that. Our younger sister, she's a sister now, so it's called a band Ev, nurse. So anytime that she goes to help out John, she's in the hospital. She's there making sure that the nursing staff, and she's probably terrorising the doctors and all. Oh, thanks, Mary. There's a few followers that I said to come on over if they can, if they wanted to, if they weren't doing anything. I would assume it would mostly be Americans now. Oh God, what's that have to? My God, it's probably near about 5 o'clock near where you are. You're right, isn't it? Thank you for staying up this late, by the way, darling. That's kind of you to do this. Excellent. Oh no, I've got other followers. You'll probably recognise most of them anyway. Oh, you're an hour ahead. Alright. My God, so right, have to hear. Sort of take a blind guess. 10:30 Viking. Oh, same with me, Fury, same with me. I usually have naps during the day, 2 or 3 hours, because of how much it's not pain as much because the actual pain part of it's getting dealt with, but the stiffness and the sort of, I want to say like a non-painful lightning that goes through my muscles and my nerves. It doesn't let me get a moment's peace. Like I always feel it. It's mostly in my spine, and the least said about my feet the better, because all the bones in my feet and my toes, they've all been broken at least once. One of the toes on my left foot has been broken a total of 16 times in the 45 years I have been existing. Chris knows how the hell I've managed that, but it's like it looks like a motorway pattern on one of my toes on my left foot. Seeing the X-ray of it is weird. One of my GPs, this would have been about, it was just before the pandemic, so 5, maybe 6 years ago, said, your foot looks like Spaghetti Junction, just outside Birmingham. It's wild. It does actually look like a motorway with lots of different exits on it. It's wild. This kind of nonsense is not meant to happen to my little sister. my middle sister, seriously. She's got a good job. The house she's in is getting fixed. Well, yeah. That's basically like the frame, like the rafters. And the walls and stuff for a house or a building. But when they're getting eaten away at, and the nerves that actually supply the nerve impulses to like the muscles and the bones and stuff, when they're all over the fucking place, weird shit happens with me, essentially. Plus external shit that I have to deal with, like Department of Working Pensions, who are being cunts. Can't be dealing with that. And the far right trying to destroy my country. No, fuck off. Then this happening to my sister. No. Plus my mum's trying to spend her time dealing with me and all my stuff. Plus this happening to Jill. Oh, by the way, my actual name's Katie. So I'm the oldest. Jill's 18 months younger than me. Then our younger sister, Kirsty, she's 4 years younger than me. She's got 3. She's got Amy, she's 24. Plus my 2 nephews, Aidan, who is going to be 17 in a month, and Elliot, who turns 16 on the 1st of this month. 18, he's going to be 18 in a month's time. Literally an actual month. My lovely mum is Fiona. She is amazing. Plus we're having to deal with the fact that Amy's going to is going in for a mastectomy in about a month. Which isn't good. Oh no, he was fucking raging. He thought the general election was going to be about October, November-ish, so he could actually vote. He actually nabbed my sister's phone out of her hand and called me saying, "Why the hell has he called it now? I fucking hate Keir Starmer." That's the energy. Nice one, my man. He was literally raging. Because he signed it in, it was actually addressed to him in his house. He said, "Yes, I'm on the electoral register, I'm going to get to vote." Then Sunak called it for the 4th of July and he was absolutely fucking just losing the plot, and he turned around to his dad, "Why has he done it now?" Oh yeah, tell that to my sister. She's no. She can't deal with the fact that she's got 2 essentially Aidan's a man now, essentially, for legal purposes, and he's got a girlfriend. She has said to him, "Use protection, but if we're in the house, leave your bedroom door open. Don't close it." So she's giving him some freedom, unlike his girlfriend's parents, who are literally panicking the hell. But I think he's going to be careful enough. Oh, there you go, Nightingale. Self-care is good care. It is indeed. Enjoy your food. Oh no, they're panicking. We don't want to be parents. We don't want to be parents. The parents of this girlfriend, I went to school with the mum. I don't know the dad. She met the dad when she went to university in Edinburgh. And he came up to Perth, which is 38 miles? 38 miles away from Perth. But yeah, I know the mum. I went to school with her. She's about March. Her birthday's in November. And she's panicking, absolutely panicking. And she called me up. Kirsty gave my number to her and she called me up. Said, we can trust him, can't we? We can trust him. Said, yeah, you have met my sister, haven't you? And you have met my mum. Oh, funny thing, she didn't actually deliver this lassie into the world, but she did deliver the little brother when she was a midwife back in the day. He's 12, 13 now. 13. So she knows the family. And she went to my mum and said, we're going to be fine, aren't we? We're going to be fine. Said, yeah, calm down, yeah, we're going to be fine. Trust me, I put the fear of God in both those boys. So I don't think she needs to worry about, don't think Kirsty or my mum need to worry that much. I think Aidan's too busy trying to get himself an education. He wants to become an engineer. So they just like going out together, playing games, shit like that. They are barred from joining my chat because she doesn't want me to educate them in politics, apparently. Yeah, see how long that lasts. The minute he actually gets the ability to vote at some point, I'm pretty sure Aidan's going to fucking come to me anyway. It's 18 over there in Sweden, isn't it, Neurodiet? It's 16 here for Holyrood elections, by the way, so he's already voted. No. So next 2026. So no, he wasn't old enough when the last Holyrood elections was. So he'll get to vote for in the Holyrood elections before he votes in the next general election here. How are they interacting? Oh, my nephew and their girlfriend, or the families. Oh, yeah. Both my sisters know I'm a communist. Aidan's already talked to me about it, but I think she's more worried about other people in the chat. Essentially, not these bloody idiots that have visited tonight or anything. She's more worried about him learning stuff too soon, but he's 18 now. I don't see why. I really don't, because I'd want to tell both of them a lot about how this country works anyway. All the constituent parts. Especially now. The reason he wants to become an engineer, he wants to be able to create better energy systems. He quite likes the idea of making the internet better, not using as much capacity, and like to keep networks cooler and stuff, especially like hubs and stuff. So being able to make that better, or going to tidal or energy generation on like a nationwide scale. So he quite likes that. Yeah, they do. They both do. Because my sister's a community nurse, she has to log into the hub for her community, for the health trust up the road. And she uses that and she sets out her plan. There's priority ones, like it's like obviously if there's a major emergency and she's the nearest on hand before like an ambulance or anything else arrives, she goes there first. But there's ones that need priority over anything else. So she logs onto the hub for the trust's website, onto her little section, and she sets everything up so the health trust up in Perth pay for half her internet access, so they pay half her bill, and she pays the other half. So there's always internet access in the house anyway. Plus their dad's a mechanic, he's the head mechanic. Oh yeah, no, he's totally into engineering. He's got that bug from his dad, which is quite good. Plus, I was deigned to educate him on his granddad, my dad, who is no longer with us. He was a nuclear engineer, and he was asking me what he'd done. My mum and my sister told him about why mum and dad split up in it, essentially. So I left that side to them, but mum said, right, you can tell them what Eric done for his job. And I explained to both the boys what his job was. And his eyes just lit up when I told him what my dad done as a job. And he was really quite interested in that, which is good. That was when he was 10. I'm glad he's taken an interest in engineering. We're going to need it. We're going to need engineers to get all that stuff done. What sort of careers are in your family, Neuro Riot? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. I'm collating a lot of research into that. Oh God, I can't even remember his name. Simon Oxford. Simon. Simon Clark. Christ almighty. Hi, Simon. I knew I sent a war to Simon anyway. Give me a minute. Simon Clark. My name is Simon and I make videos to improve your climate literacy. In particular, I focus on the physical earth systems and how the atmosphere, climate and climate change intersects with our lives. Sometimes I even try to be funny. It's kind of funny at times. He is quite good. Since completing my PhD in atmospheric physics, he went to Exeter, good for him. This has been my full-time job. I also stream on Twitch, host the How to Make a Science video podcast, and wrote a book. I have that book. It is a really good book. So he's basically a climate engineer person. Ooh, good. Engineers. We need lots of them. Fantastic. Oh, he's got a YouTube channel. Yeah, just type in Simon Clark. No E at the end. He is really quite good. And he explains it and lays it all out. I don't understand. I get most of the physics and stuff. Obviously, he's got a PhD. He's an actual doctor now. He's got a doctorate in atmospheric physics. But the basic physics of it, I get it. I understand how that stuff works. Kinda. I'm better with the human body. Oh no, really is quite good. Give me a second, I will give you the name of his book. Simon Clark. Oh Christ, I have no fucking hope. Firmament. The hidden sides of weather, climate change and the air that surrounds us. It is currently $9.78 on Amazon here in good old Blighty. Audiobook free when you join, or Kindle edition for $3.99. Oh Christ, the hardback is $17.45. For a hardback, that's not that bad actually. So the paperback's just under the tenner. Not entirely sure how much that would be in Sweden. Oh, no, there's been a new paper come out. It's actually went up by about between 68 and 70%. Yeah, they both increased it. It went up, it spiked for Amazon and Google during the pandemic. It spiked to 94% more power usage than the previous 5 years, which just seems fucking wild. So yeah, there we go. You can basically blame Bill Gates and Elon Bastard and Mr. Bezos Bucks himself for all that. One of the major hubs actually in your country, they don't actually broadcast where the actual location is. They've got hubs here for their cloud storage here in the UK. There's a major one in Germany. There's a smaller one in France. Then there's a major one in Sweden somewhere. Because of the terms of the deal that your government gave them, they're not allowed to broadcast where it is. But here in Britain, you're not going to fucking miss it. I think it's just outside Northampton. And it's just fucking huge. But they're being nice. They're paying for their power usage, obviously. The sooner we stop using fossil fuels, the fucking better. I don't exactly see them. Ed Miliband's trying his best, but he's going to get overruled by Reeves. I fucking see it. It's going to bloody happen. Oh, but that'll cost money, Ed. I'm sorry. So, good fucking question. He must be in his 70s now. Yeah. No, Bill Gates. Age. 28th of October 1955. So he's going to be 69 in a few months. Oh yeah, Iceland hardly use any power. Plus they use geothermal and hydro more. Yeah. Is it 220 million? I didn't realise the population of Nigeria was that large. 60 is going to be 69 in October. I would say decrepit, but he doesn't fucking look it. He must be on the adrenochrome. Do you think it's going to be Harris Wolves? Or are those two pair of absolute nut jobs going to win in November? Personally, I wouldn't want any of them, but Harris and Wolves are going to be so much better than those absolute fucking nut jobs. Apparently they're desperately trying to change their project 2025. Christ knows what they're going to fucking put into it. Yeah, it does. Damn sight better than Tangerine Criminal and Couch Fancier, I'll say. Oh God, no. No. I didn't think they stood a chance with Biden, no matter who he picked as his VP. Oh no, it still would have been hard. No, he wouldn't have won. Well, even in saying that, they've got that fucking stupid electoral college. They're so close to that non-compact agreement. So fucking close. They need to get that sorted so these right-wing nut jobs don't get back into power. Mind you, it's not just that. They can get the presidency and stuff with Harris and Wolves. But there's still just... I'm not sure how many seats there's going to be in either the House or the Senate. So we've got that happening as well. Yeah, rally round him and shit like that. But I think picking Vance might have actually dented them a bit. We'll just have to wait and see. Oh, do you see him actually debating against Wolves? I think that'll be a laugh and a half. That old fly on Pence's head is going to get a run for his money if that actually happens. Yeah. I really hope they do win. I do. It would be better. It would be kind of better. Don't get me wrong. They're still neo-lib. Absolute neo-lib bastards essentially, but at least they're sane. Plus, with any luck, Trump's heart might actually cave in on itself. Not exactly sure if he has a decent diet. Plus he's 77, man. Yeah, because they're chickens. Oh god, yeah. As much as I would want to see it, I'm doubtful it's going to happen. Plus, if it does happen, we can all expect Kev to be streaming it anyway. Damn it, Helena might actually stream it as well. Was it Junior or was it Baron that said to him about Vance, do you think? I thought it was Junior that said to him. Or was it, might have been Eric actually. Can we think? Does he listen to Eric? Does he listen to any of his kids? Seriously, I feel for those his children. I really do. Having that for a father, dear God. My mum and dad divorced when I was 6. Yeah. We need to ask Kev when he goes live. I've already invited him onto my Discord anyway, so I might actually just send him the message. Well, we know he didn't listen to his wives anyway, so he cheated on 3 of them that we know of. That's how he got the next wife, essentially. Do you think he's cheated on Melania? I'd be curious to find that out. Does he have any more kids hidden away somewhere? I've forgotten actually, are you a parent? You don't need to say, of course. If Melania's got any sort of sense, she divorces us and drops him right into one of the water traps at Bedminster. It's that fucking dense, he'd probably sink to the bottom. Not dense up here, as in dense, big. Ooh. Hoi. Did I dip? Huh? Oh dear. I'm back. Yeah, he is. Oh. Oh. Okay, come at me, trolls. Ha! Okay, here we go. Be right back. Alright, there we go. Okay. Cool. Kitty fed. Brilliant. Oh, what are you having, my dear? Oh, by the way, I'm recording now. I'll be putting this through the... I'll be editing it and stuff. So it's just going to be chatting and I'll upload it to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to go through all the news on my phone and tell everyone what's been happening here in good old Blighty. Is there any news from the UK you would like to know? Google News, if you please. Google News. Okay. Ooh. Super Hobby loves bangers and mash. And I love soup. because I struggle to chew. Plus you can put all sort of stuff in it. It all gets kind of broken down, so can I actually just kind of chew it, then swallow. My old TMJ joints. This one up here. The actual hinge for the jaw is falling to pieces. So as long as I don't need to chew too much, quite a mouthful, that's quite good. So soups and stews and lighter dishes like sandwiches and stuff, easier for me to eat. Don't get me wrong, I miss my steaks so much. Must admit, Super Hubby still looks at me weird because I like my steaks rare. Okay, this is from The Independent. I definitely have grinding issues. When I have my naps or when I go to sleep, I have to wear these sort of mouth guards, top and bottom, because I've actually ground one of my teeth down quite badly. So that one, here, on my right hand side. So that one has to be protected, but the rest of them still get kind of. So when I do that, I have to put my two guards on. This was updated 7 minutes ago. UK riots live. Sorry, Independent, not UK. Up to 25,000 counter-protesters marched in clear message to the far right after 100 rallies were planned. Around 100 far-right rallies failed to materialise as thousands of counter-protesters took to the streets. Woohoo! Thousands of counter-protesters took to the streets of Britain on Wednesday in defiance of far-right violence that has swept across the country over the last week. Up to 25,000 protesters, some chanting "Hate not welcome, refugees welcome here," gathered in towns and cities like Walthamstow, London, Finchley, can't remember where that is, Birmingham, obviously in the Midlands, home of Kevin, Newcastle, northeast of England, and Blackpool, northwest of England, as nearly 100 far-right rallies failed to materialise in the areas. Police were braced for 100 far-right protests across the country threatening to target immigration services, which would be classed as vandalism, with officers expecting around 30 counter-demonstration, The Independent understands. It can, yeah. Please be careful, my darling, okay? The details of 39 immigration law specialists' office, asylum support charities and immigration services were circulated in a list shared on social media alongside instructions to rise up and mask up over recent days. Get to hell. It identified the organisation's addresses as targets for the anticipated far-right demonstration alongside flame emojis images are shown. Director of Public Prosecutions, Keir Starmer's former job, Stephen Parkinson, warned the publication of immigration law offices as potential targets for disorder could be considered a terrorism offence. That's a that's a publication of outright threats to these offices, and anyone you find connected to them can be arrested. Those laws are already on the books. Thousands of peaceful anti-racism demonstrations appear to quash fears of further violent disorder on Wednesday, despite the threat of more than 100 planned protests across the country. Counter-demonstrators in towns and cities across the country such as Birmingham, Middlesbrough, as you can guess, in the Midlands, Walthamstow, London, sure that's the East End of London, Sheffield in Yorkshire, gathered with placards reading "Stamp out Islamophobia and No to Racism." Nice one. Despite the majority of forces facing very little trouble, the Met Police said about 50 people gathered in North End Road in Croydon, South London, and had made clear their intention is to cause disruption and fuel disorder. Why don't these idiots just go home and shut the fuck up? The force said those present in Croydon had dragged and thrown objects down the road, thrown bottles at police officers, with 8 people being arrested for assaulting emergency workers, in possession of offensive weapon and other offences. A police statement said, "This is not linked to protest. This appears to be pure antisocial behaviour." I agree. Yes, it is. Officers were understood to be preparing to respond to more than 100 planned protests, potentially around 30 more counter-protests on Wednesday, with gatherings anticipated in 41 out of the 43 police areas in England and Wales. Dear God. I wonder what the two that weren't. I don't think the ones up near the border. That would be Cumbria and Northumberland. Seriously, people would actually take to the streets in Cornwall and Devon and Somerset? Prosecutors have warned that the 3 far-right thugs handed heavy sentences over nationwide unrest are just the tip of the iceberg as the crackdown on rioters continues. As the three men became the first to be jailed over the Southport and Liverpool riots, Sir Keir pointed to their cases as an example of how perpetrators of disorder breaking out across UK streets will face the full force of the law after swift action from the authorities. Prosecutors also warned those who stir up hate online. Unfortunately, the main one, as far as I'm aware, isn't here in the UK, unfortunately. And if he knows any better, he'll shut the fuck up. Police are braced for more than 100 protests for the weekend as well. For Christ's sake. As far-right groups target more immigration services. The Independent understands officers are also expecting more than 30 counter-protests as 6,000 riot officers prepare for another night of potential disorder. more than 1,300 specialist public order officers, that's a mouthful, are ready to be deployed across London alone. Oh Christ, I wish I could slow these fuckers' faces. I'll try, let's see. Huh? Huh? Saw it. 3 chuds. Members of a Muslim community have apologized after an attack which saw pub patrons mistaken as far-right rioters in Birmingham. Oh dear. Social media rumours spread that a far-right group was drinking at the Clumsy Swan, brilliant name for a pub, on Stony Lane in Yardley, northeast Birmingham. I think that's the area next to where Kev lives. On Monday night. Up that's the end. Let's see. Dear God. Oh, leadership candidate accused police of treating far-right marches and violence more harshly than the pro-Palestinian demonstrations that began after the Israel-Hamas war began in October. BBC, why are you portraying it like that? Began in October last year. Several Muslim MPs have argued Mr. Jenrick's claim linked all Muslims to extremism and fueled violent groups. I tend to agree with them. But Mr. Jenrick said the Arabic phrase meaning God is great had been abused by extremists to intimidate people. Oh, for crying out loud. No, it hasn't. It's the same as Christians saying, praise be God. He told Sky News he had been angered by the way pro-Palestinian demonstrations had been policed. I have been very critical of the police in the past, particularly around the attitude of some police forces to the protests we saw since October 7th. I thought it was quite wrong that somebody could shout Allahu Akbar on the streets of London and not be immediately arrested. That is Islamophobic, you absolute idiot. Project genocidal chants onto Big Ben and not be immediately arrested. Do you know what they had to go through to actually get that put up on there? And how much that would have cost them? It got allowed. It was legal. They were allowed to do that. So that went through your government, and your government gave them the right to actually project that onto the Houses of Parliament. Oh, dear God, I hate them. That attitude is wrong, and I will always call out the police for it. Mr. Jenrick said he stood by his earlier comment that our streets to be dominated by Islamist extremists. No, they're not. What the... Pressed further, he said there was instances back then when where we saw Islamist extremists on our street. Please give us proof. Give us evidence. I've just given you one example where you literally had somebody chanting or shouting Allahu Akbar off Oxford Street. That's a neat trick. I think most of them were on College Green or just outside the entrance to the side of the Houses of Parliament, which is about a good 15-minute walk away from Oxford Street personally. I've never been in London, but I know that area very well from television, the news. Mr. Jenrick, a former Home Office Minister, was criticised by former Conservative Party chair Baroness Saida Vasi and Labour MP Nat Shah and Afzal Khan. Wow! The three Muslims. One of them, three of the Muslims in the Parliament. In a social media post, Baroness Vasi said, "Every day before we start parliamentary business in the Commons and the Lords, we say a prayer and praise God. We say our parliamentary version of Allahu Akbar at the heart of our democracy, a process that Robert Jenrick is a part of." This language from Jenrick is more of his usual nasty, divisive rhetoric. He is such a tool. My God, I didn't know she said that about him. Well done, Saida. Miss Shah, the MP for Bradford West, called Mr. Jenrick's comments textbook Islamophobia. Correct, yes it is. His comments literally equates every Muslim in the world with extremism. Shut up, Robert Jenrick. I'll miss my football ones that I've got sitting there. Yep, no. Oh, I'll have to pay to get into that one, unfortunately. Oh, that's not much else. There we go. There we go. Totally antisocial. It's sad how already marginalised groups have been scapegoated and further demonised. Completely, yes. That's a good reason. Religion for me, but not for thee. Yeah, which is the height of ignorance or or Islamophobic, anti-Semitic, anti-Catholicism, anti-Protestantism, anti-Sikhism, anti-Hindu. Yeah, I do not profess to any religion. I'm an atheist. My lovely super hubby says he is a recovered Catholic. I've always found that rather funny. A recovered Catholic. Give me a second, my dear, I will be back. Throw it in. Put this other right one in. There we go. Yes. Okay. There we go. Fantastic. There, you go there. And you go there. There we go. That's better. I feel like Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam have a lot messed up about them and are wrapped up in a lot of colonial settler mindsets. Yeah. Manifest Destiny, essentially. We've been doing it for the last, what's this, 2024 now? Well, if you want to take it back, you could say that the Romans actually started this, being imperial. But yeah, especially the Abrahamics. A lot of blood on their hands, which is not good. Don't get me wrong. It's all on our hands. A lot of us, due to how we've got to where we are and what world we've entered into when we were born. I know what's happened in the past. I actually hate history and will read it. Oh, I'm curious, by the way, will you be voting? You don't need to say who for, I'm just curious. Our turnout was absolutely abysmal. Don't get me wrong, I understand why people are pissed off and everything, saying what's the point? Mormons. Yeah. Oh God, no religion's clean. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. My ever amazing super hubby says that he would ban all religions if he ever became in charge of the world. I keep on saying to him, good luck with that one. Huh. Exactly, yeah. Try to vote whenever you, as long as you mark at least one of them, you're safe. I usually just keep it to two, SNP or Green, depending on what mood I'm in and what candidate says. Like my current MSP is SNP. A lovely man called Bob Doris. He's quite good. I like him. Our local councillor for Glasgow City Council is an SNP as well. He's an amazing dude. I've met him a few times. Not on my end. I've just refreshed mine. Hang on, I'll refresh the chat. See if that works. Hoi hoi. Very good. Come on back. Are we all good now? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Ah, there we go. All good? Got it back? Yay! Victory! Oh, I'll show you one of the best things ever. Scotland Ball! Ah, Scotland Ball! This is the lovely Saltire Cross on a ball. Ha ha! I use them as a cushion. Oh, that's better. Oh, it is cute. I love them. I got them for free. Oh God. European Championships qualifier. Bloody years ago. So it's just finished. That was for 20, 16, 12 or 16. It was in the run-up to the European Championships 2016. So it was a giveaway because we spent more than £50 in Iceland, a supermarket here in the UK. Spent over 50 quid. So we got him for free. So that would have been 2014, 2015, depending on when they started. Actually doing the qualifiers, but we never qualified. We never got into the group stages, unfortunately. This was the first time that we actually made it into the group stages. Then we got drawn against the hosts, who were bloody Germany. My heart sank when that draw was done. Dear God. You had one from the Four Nations, so there was Scotland, England, Ireland, and Wales. The Welsh one looked absolutely awesome. Honestly, the Irish one looked cool as well. Quite like that. But I love my old Saltire. Bloody awesome. Oh, do you postal or do you go to like your polling station? Ooh, here's the refresh again. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, postal vote. Fantastic. I agree. I'm lucky. I was actually thinking of taking out our camera, which has a video option, and going round, and obviously I will not record where my actual... Oh, I wanted to show you where my polling station is. If you came outside the close, we're in a close, it's a block of 6 flats. If you came outside and turned to the right and looked up, you'll see a primary school. That's my polling station, so I could literally come outside my flat and chuck a stone and I would get within sneezing distance of my polling station, essentially. It's quite fun. We're actually closer to the polling station than we are to our nearest pillar box, our mailbox, essentially. It's quite funny. How big are your actual ballots? Are they fairly sizable, I'm assuming? Quite big? Depending on how many candidates we have running. Hang on. How many? We had 9 running in our constituency, including a Marxist. Good for him. A great man called Gary Steele, he got his deposit back. He got 5.6% of the vote, which is what you need to get your deposit back. But unfortunately, because she wasn't seen to be doing enough for the constituency, I thought she'd done a quite good job. Our previous MP, Anne McLaughlin from the SNP, she got voted out. And now we've got a Labour candidate who was a councillor and she was on the list for Glasgow, for Holyrood, but now she's our MP, so she's basically shifted from Edinburgh down to London. She still hasn't set up her constituency office and she's been our MP for over a month now, which is daft. Plus, I found out that my sister's flat, my sister's house, is now in my constituency, which is mad as hell. She's nearly 3 miles away from my flat, so they've locked off the bit that went west of us, and they've scooped up a good portion of the east of Glasgow, the east end of the northeast of Glasgow, which just seems a bit mad. It didn't used to be. It's the Boundary Commission here. So the boundary lines have been changed. Yeah, it's basically redistricting. But the Boundary Commission is independent. Oh God, yeah, they've always used flowery language for this nonsense, but they say they're independent. They're only doing it to equalise the number of voters in each electorate. But no, they're not. They're trying to scoop up people who vote a certain way. Obviously, bloody wild where you are. Some of your districts look bloody weird. Seriously, I get it. They're trying to group all the ethnic minorities and stuff, which is, well, obviously racist as hell, but it's daft. If enough people want to vote a certain way, no amount of gerrymandering is going to bloody change their minds. Plus, even if they do vote that way, the way they want to, you still got that daft electoral college, which we need to get rid of. Seriously, how much are they going to have to do this gerrymandering nonsense over there? Oh, don't get me started on them calling it restructuring. Oh, yeah. That's what good old Elon done. He called it restructuring or streamlining. Yeah, you were getting rid of everyone who would actually challenge you in what you wanted to do to Twitter, you absolute moron. Has he been saying anything stupid over the last couple of days? I've been too busy researching what's been happening here in the UK. Sir Keir's a bit upset with Elon being an absolute tool. For him saying that about this, a civil war here, he could actually get arrested if he lands in the UK. So Elon, you've been warned, do not come. Obviously I sound nothing like Kamala. Why would he be as daft to say something like that? Seriously. Ugh. Okay, let's see what else I can find. Oh, here we go. Another story. BBC News. Online platforms warned over disorder violence risk. Ofcom has told social media firms, which have been blamed for stoking the unrest and sweeping across parts of the UK, that there is no need to wait to make their platforms safer. In an open letter, the media regulator said there was an increased risk of the sites being used to stir up hatred and provoke violence. Ofcom is due to get tougher powers under the Online Safety Act, which is going through committees at the minute, I believe, which has become law but has not yet come into force because we need to get old sausage fingers to sign it. But it said under existing regulations, video sharing platforms such as TikTok and Snapchat must protect their users from videos likely to incite violence or hatred. But many platforms which allow people to upload videos such as YouTube and Elon Musk's X do not need to follow these rules, which is daft. Fact-checking organisation Full Fact told the BBC tougher action was needed sooner. Online misinformation is a clear and present danger spilling across into unrest on UK streets in real time. I agree, said Azura Moores, the organisation's policy manager. We cannot afford to wait weeks and months for bolder, stronger action from Ofcom or the government. In the letter, Ofcom's Director for Online Safety, Jill Whitehead, said the regulator would publish its final codes of practice and guidance for the law by the end of this year, which is too late. But she asked the companies to act now, rather than waiting for the new law to come into effect, which may not be until 2025. Professor Lorna Woods of the University of Essex, who helped shape the Online Safety Act, said Ofcom was in a difficult place. So the government should give them better powers, stronger powers, bigger teeth. Because of the need to wait for its enhanced powers. She also pointed out even the new legislation has its own limitations. For Christ's sake. If the Act were fully enforced, it wouldn't catch all of the content. I agree with that. So while organising a riot would be caught, some of the dog whistling tactics and disinformation would not be caught. I get it, spending money is bad and scary, but if you don't want this, you have to give them more powers and make the legislation as clear as day to stop this from happening in the future. This was a concern from the last government not to regulate non-criminal speech where adults are concerned. The role that social media is playing in the disorder being seen in England and Northern Ireland, well said, nothing happening in Scotland and very little in Wales, is coming under increasing scrutiny. The government said social media platforms clearly need to do far more. Make better legislation then. Christ. After it emerged, a list purporting to contain the names and addresses of immigration lawyers was being spread online. That could be seen as threatening or menacing these people, which is an arrestable offence. The Law Society of England and Wales said it was treating this as a very credible threat to its members, which it is. Telegram, where the list appears to have originated, why the hell am I not surprised, told the BBC its moderators were actively monitoring the situation and were removing channels and posts containing calls to violence. It said such calls to violence were explicitly forbidden in its TOS. Well, you're not doing a very good job then, are you? Earlier this week, the Prime Minister became embroiled in an online spat with Elon Musk after the tech billionaire responded to the disorder by writing on X that civil war in the UK was inevitable now. Elon, shut the fuck up. Christ's sake. Oh! I've just got an alert. Carlos went live. Vitingale, would you like to head over to Vitingale, to Carla? Oh yeah, it is intimidation. Yes, it is on the books. That is considered a hate crime. Obviously, them saying it out on the streets where the police or anyone can hear it and record it, they're easier to get. But when it gets done online under someone with a stupid avatar or something, trying to find these people, it's not a problem. I'm pretty sure most Western governments, most governments in developed nations can actually do this. But they're loath to try it. I'm pretty sure Tangerine Criminal will try it though. Hang on, I'll set up a raid. Let's go over to Carla and say hi. No, they're not doing a very good job. They need better powers. Yeah, let's go over to Carla. Oh, Create our dashboard. Anyway, stream manager. Right channel. Christina, Jehan. Colour. Start red. Oh. The target's channel settings do not allow you to read at this time. Oh. Oh. That's upsetting. Hang on. Oh. Okay. You head on over. I'll be there soon. I'll just finish up here, then I'll join you on my mobile. Okay, my people. Goodbye. I will have this edited and make it a little bit more bite-sized so you can get the stories I read out. And see if I can clean up this video feed a little bit. And I'll see you on the flip side.